Okay, so I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but yesterday, during the free agent frenzy, the Atlantic Division added quite a bit of sandpaper, okay? First of all, let's talk about the Boston Bruins. They went out and brought back the beast himself, Milan Lucic, and you just know this guy was born to be a Bruin. He was a staple in the Habs and Bruins rivalry first when he broke into the NHL. He humiliated Mike Komisarek, arguably ruined his career. He threatened Dal Weiss and Alexei Yemlin and looked like a big baby in the process. But Lucic just seemed to genuinely enjoy causing chaos every time he played against the Canadiens. He loved it. Lucic just signed a fresh one-year contract with the Bruins at the ripe age of what, like 35? It's not nearly as lucrative as his last contract when he tested free agency. He's only going to be making $1 million next season. But the Bruins definitely just got a lot tougher bringing Lucic back into the lineup. I'm sure he's going to be excited to throw some gasoline onto the Habs and Bruins rivalry again. And speaking of rivalries, would you like to know who else added some toughness to their lineup yesterday? The Toronto friggin' Maple Leafs. Yes, even the Leafs decided to add some grit to their lineup. They actually went out yesterday and signed, in my opinion, the heavyweight champ of the NHL right now in Ryan Reeves. Oh my god. It's a 3-year deal valued at $1.35 million per season, which is kind of funny because it's a bit too much term in my opinion. But anyway, now they get to add this beast into their lineup. He's going to be looking for every opportunity possible, to rile up that fan base. And he would even admit this yesterday during an interview, saying, quote, "I'll just beat someone up and all the pressure will be off." Gee whiz, talk about oozing with confidence, this guy. So he's a man on a mission right now. He's going to be doing everything he can to try and stay in the lineup, which is going to be tough. And this stuff kind of worries me, okay, because Arber Xhekaj is a one-man army in Montreal right now, alright? He's 22 years old, and he's going to have to be dealing with these bums every time they're in town next season, and I just personally wish that he had some more help out there, you know what I mean? Josh Anderson rarely gets involved these days. Mike Opposita's capable of biting somebody's toenails off once in a while, but let's face it, these guys are out of his weight class anyway. Been there, done that. So right now, I'm kind of wishing that the Habs had a player like Nicolas Deslauriers again, for example. Remember him? It's too bad he's gone, because if they had D'Lo back to play on line 4 and toss his weight around, that would be a great way of insulating Xhekaj so he doesn't feel like he's got to drop the mitts every single night. I mean, a coach is going to have to talk to him. There's no shame in giving your knuckles a rest for a night, Arby. Gee, we used to watch Milan Lucic dodge George Laraque every single time these two engaged after a whistle. He doesn't always have to answer the bell. We got to make sure Arby has enough gas left in the tank to last a full career, man. He's a beauty. That's a dying breed right now in today's NHL, especially in his case where he's tough as nails and he can also play a regular shift in the NHL without looking like a friggin' slug. Arby's proven himself already. He's more than just a goon. He was great in the ozone last season. The coaching staff even rewarded him by giving him some time on the power play. I think the fans just loved it. Everything was going great for him last season until, he was dropping the mitts every other night, and finally he injured his shoulder in a scrap last season with Vinny Desharnais. And as much as I love watching this guy hand out some black eyes from Xhekaj, having an extra guy in the lineup would relieve a lot of that pressure. Now, let me ask you this. Wouldn't you rather have a guy like that in the lineup than, say, Yoel Armia or Mike Hoffman right now? Somebody that's going to protect the lads and take some pressure off of Arby's back. Come on. I know some of you are probably going to disagree, but I don't know. Watching the Atlantic Division right now add some beef kind of persuaded me to make this video. We already know he's public enemy number 1 in Ottawa for pretty much maiming the entire team. So I think this is going to be an interesting season. Now, considering we're having a conversation about Arby, I think it's awesome that the Habs went out and drafted his little brother, Florian, a few days back. What a good story for his family. The Habs went from collecting Pitlicks to collecting Xhekaj, which is a big win. I mean, I'm 100% fine with this pick. The Canadians could have their very own version of the Bash Brothers right now, and you just gotta love it. I'm not sure if Florian ever makes the NHL, but I definitely wouldn't bet against him, because these Xhekaj kids just seem like they have no quit. So I'm going to be rooting for him every step of the way. If one day he does crack the Habs lineup on the 4th line or even the 3rd line, I'm gonna be pumped. But anyway, you can let me know your thoughts on all this down in the comment section. Do you feel like the Habs should add maybe a little more sandpaper hitting into this season, or are you completely fine with the lineup that they got? Let me know all about it. Don't forget to drop kick the like button on the way out of here. And hey, see you next time.